So obviously with the Heat, the big news is really surrounding, are they going to be in on these James Harden talks going into this year? And this is what, let me give you the stuff that we had from this weekend. So Barry Jackson, he has a report out on James Harden, and it was basically putting out there that the interest is mutual, which is that yes, we know that James Harden has interest if the Heat are one of his preferred destinations if he were to get dealt, and that apparently that the Heat do have interest. According to the Heat would have interest in Harden if the Rockets decide to trade him. According to a source, at this point, Houston has displayed no particular interest in granting his trade request. And many consider the Philadelphia 76ers the front runner to land the Rocket star if they decide to deal him. That, of course, was reported this week by Mark Stein, who still hasn't gotten back to Robbie.
Still hasn't
got back to him. Okay. And a lot of people believe that is if they decide to pull the trigger on putting Ben Simmons on the table. If they put Ben Simmons on the table for James Harden, that would obviously be the best piece that they could get for him, and pretty much could trump anything that the Heat could offer for James Harden outside of Bam Adebayo, which they can't and won't obviously do. Barry also writes, the source said among the key people inside the Heat organization, there is no significant internal opposition to the Heat pursuing a trade for Harden, the eight-time All-Star and in 2018 MVP. There is substantial interest in Harden with at least two key Heat people. Who do you think those are, Leroy? So the key people in this situation would be
Tyler and Dunks.
No. I'm talking about the front office. It'd be it's Riles, Andy, Mickey Arison, Nick Arison, Spo, and I guess Zoe and Jane Battier.
I would say the two people that are for it, I would say Riles and Nick.
Really?
Yeah, because I think Mickey is looking at it from, well, how can we even do this?
Mickey's looking at that bottom line.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Whereas Nick is probably along the lines of Pat a little bit more in that he wants to win, he enjoys winning, and he thinks that winning will take care of all that other stuff that his dad has questions about.
Barry also writes that some may wonder how Harden's high shot totals and heavy on-ball tendencies would blend with the selflessness ball sharing that doesn't dissuade the Heat.
Stop it with that.
Hold on. Let me read it. But that doesn't dissuade the Heat because the belief is the way that Harden plays is a byproduct of Houston's style.
Thank you.
Not any reluctance of Harden's part to play a team game.
Thank you. Stop. Let's keep it real. Why can't people figure that out? Why can't people figure great players find a way to play winning basketball? Which is, again, everybody got on me for having a problem with Carmelo. This was the scenario why I had a problem with Carmelo.
Barry also writes, 5 Reasons Sports Network reported that the Heat and Rockets have had conversations about Harden, and a source said that the Heat would be among the suitors if the Rockets decided to move a trade. But a source disputed any suggestion that Heat guard Tyler Hero would be untouchable in such a deal. Though the Heat loves Hero, a source advised against any conclusion that he would not be made available in a Harden deal if serious talks did eventually happen. He would be in play. Zach Lowe said on his podcast, just no to any suggestion that Hero would be off the table in any Harden trade talks. Lowe also said, if this ever becomes a thing, the Heat are having an all-hands-on-deck meeting to discuss it. Players like James Harden do not ever become available. A source with knowledge says that the Heat's a source with knowledge of the Heat's thinking says that Lowe's portrayal is accurate.
Yeah. And guess what? You know what else is accurate? The way Pat Riley thinks of young players versus seasoned veterans. Mm-hmm. That ain't gonna never change. He may put out there the little funny. You guys think I don't think about draft picks of young guys? No, you do not.
And then the other update from this morning on the James Harden front is from ESPN. Woj and Ramona Shelburne reporting that he is basically not moved off of his demands, that he still wants out of Houston. John Wall this weekend had his preseason debut with the Rockets. Looked pretty decent. and was said that he hopes that James Harden would play. Says, quote, I think that James and I could be a heck of a combination. I hope that we get the opportunity into the regular season, see how it goes. But this isn't personal. They write with Wall. One source says there's no change in Harden's desire for a fresh start elsewhere. They say that the Rockets have had talk with two primary preferred trade destinations, Brooklyn and Philadelphia. Brooklyn remains Harden's top choice, which would mean a reunion with former teammate Kevin Durant. But for now, the Sixers are unwilling to include Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons in any trade talks, and the Nets are uninterested in trading Kyrie Irving. So this is the interesting thing, is if the Heat do have interest in him, which it apparently seems that they do, and they are willing to put Tyler Hero in the deal and stuff. Let's just say it's all their young pieces. But right. Tyler Hero is the most attractive piece. He's 20 years old. He was balling out in the playoffs. That's the guy. Is that enough for Houston to say, yes, we want to make that move?
Well, it might be the only option simply because of what you said previously, is that, okay, we all thought that Ben Simmons was tradable, and evidently he's not. And then forget all the other pieces with Brooklyn. Houston says they want Kyrie Irving, which is right. You already have Kyrie Irving and John Wall.
Yeah, the Nets probably thinking about Karis LeVert is
Dinwiddie.
Is this going to be the Jared Allen? They're saying no. We want Kyrie.
Right. So if you're gonna do this, you have to be reasonable. Everybody knows that you can't have Kyrie and John Wall. They're the same player. One's just
Kyrie
always hurt.
James Harden. Okay. I see what you're
saying. Right. Why are they asking for Kyrie Irving in a trade for James Harden? It makes no sense.
No, they just want the most talent. That's what they're in this stage right now. They're trying. Like I said this last week.
It's got to work though.
They're in a position right now where they know it looks so bad. And this is why I thought that maybe there would be some influence maybe from the Heat that is telling James Harden, hey, make this ugly. Because there was thought that the Heat were doing that with Jimmy Butler back
right.
with the Minnesota days.
Right.
Hey, make this ugly. Make this as bad as possible. And right now the Rockets are in a position where people aren't going to give them anything because they feel like they know they're in a really bad spot. It's just incumbent upon the Rockets to say how uncomfortable can we make this with being willing to have all this James stuff around him. Apparently he can pass his last COVID test today and be eligible to come back to practice. Then I guess it lies is he going to talk to the media? Is he going to be honest with the media? Which I think he probably will be. I mean, we've seen more awkward stuff than this before.
Right.
So it's interesting. It's not going away. This is going to be a day-to-day thing. But the big thing is tonight, Preseason Achua makes his debut.
Press swish.
Press swish.
How sad will you be if Eric Reed drops that tonight?
Oh, I gotta tweet him today. I'm gonna say, Eric, hear me out. Precious with the press swish. Kaboom. All yours if you want it. Otherwise, I'm going to Mike Inglis.
He's also got to shoot, right?
Should I offer it to Mike Inglis first? I did once produce Mike Inglis's broadcast. I feel like maybe I should give him first right of refusal. But I just feel like Mike Inglis has his bag of tricks. Eric Reed seems like he's willing to experiment a little bit more.
You think Tommy Tighe would take that? Would take that offer?
For a monologue?
Yeah, for a monologue.
Yeah, you know what? So Tommy Tighe does the highlights in the media in the halftime, Robbie. So you think he goes when he's recapping the game, he goes, and then it went to number 5, Precious with the press swish.
Oh,
and then they hit the highlight.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, that's terrible.
No, Jack, that's great. That's the way to go. I'm going to tell Eric Reed right now. I think I'm giving him first right of refusal.
What's wrong with you, man? They're gonna play this. They're gonna play these games at the home arenas now.
Yep, except for Toronto, who plays in Tampa now. They're the Tampa Raptors. Why are you looking at me like that? He'd have the game against Tampa Raptors on Friday.
That's where they're playing.
You really call them Tampa Raptors?
That's what they are. I don't understand. What am I saying that's incorrect? The Tampa Raptors.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're just playing there because Canada don't want them.
Well, I don't have to tell
you. They wanted that championship, though.
Where are they playing their games? They're home games.
So does Tampa have to? Can Tampa say we've won a championship
I think they can.
in basketball?
It's up to them to claim them if they want to.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah, if they make the NBA Finals and they're still playing in Tampa, then they're the champion. The Tampa Raptors are the champions.
Well, we know that Amber Wilson was big into the Rays and the Lightning during their runs. Perhaps she changes allegiances from Heat Nation to Tampa Nation.
No, can't do it.
You know, she's going to become a big Tampa Raptors fan. She's going to love Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet kind of sounds like a Wilson. Like that'd be somebody the Wilsons hang out with.
You know what Fred VanVleet sounds like? Another thick point guard.
Nah, Fred VanVleet sounds like somebody who the Wilsons played polo with. Have you seen Frederick Von Fleet? He was just here a minute ago with a mint julep. I think it's the perfect player for the Wilsons.
You can't say it about somebody who has a neck tat, dude.
Nah, that's that's it, bro. He's definitely a Fred VanVleet. He loves soirees.
Oh gosh,
that's what's going on.
No.
I did put a poll out today. To get the taste of the Heat fan of what they're looking forward to the most tonight, Leroy. Here are the options, and the only 3 options I put on. All right, because you get a little bit too crazy. You're only allowed 4. I went 3. I figure these are the top 3, no doubt. All right, what are you looking forward to the most tonight? Your options: Precious Achua, KZ Okpala, or Eric Reed's voice.
Why did you put KZ Okpala in there?
KZ Okpala has a big Heat Twitter following. People are very excited to see Okpala's season, KZ season. They're excited to see him unleashed.
I think everybody wants to see Precious.
Precious right now is leading the way. He's got 51% of the vote.
You know why?
Eric Reed's voice, second in the poll.
You know why? Because most people don't know who the hell he is.
KZ Okpala or
No.
Precious?
Precious.
I mean,
We haven't watched him play. Same thing with Bam. Same thing with Tyler. Didn't really know. You know, I need to see. You know, you want to see them play with your own eyes, and I think that's what this is about.
should we also be excited with Precious because the Heat have nailed their last 2 first-round picks? They've been good at developing young guys. Now, granted, he's
They do it at a snail's pace.
Not Tyler. Tyler
Bam.
They said Bam for sure. But here's the thing. They're saying Precious Achua. This is from Bam's mouth to God's ears. He goes, as far as where he is as a rookie compared to me, more skilled, better shooter.
Yep. Hey.
D said it too. Udonis Haslam said it too.
Hey. All right.
Leroy. Press swish.
Here, question. What did Precious Achua's coach say he was going to be?
His coach, Penny Hardaway,
Yes.
he said that he believes his ceiling is something in the Bruce Bowen type role. Defend your best player.
No.
nail
He
threes.
said a defensive guy, and he's getting better with the 3.
Said he could be defensive player of the year.
Right. Okay. So those 2 things don't sound like the same guy.
Well, I know, but the Heat, when they get somebody in that building, they change their stroke a little bit, tweak it, and then all of a sudden,
Really?
he's nailing it. You see those press?
I think, but they don't. Besides Tyler, there's never been a young guy since D Wade where they just said, "Go ahead, player, wing it."
Tides are changing though.
Okay, I just see Bam on the wing and Precious handing it off now. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody talk about how great Bam is going to be. They won't let him shoot.
Oh man, well, Myers said though that he's going to get us some corner threes this year. Bam's got that stroke.
So basically, he's going the same path as Siakam, which I've said the whole time.
Except better.
Well, no. I'm not saying that he's not going to be better.
Right.
I'm just saying when Siakam started, he was a defensive guy, did a lot of the stuff that Bam did, and then his game just got farther and farther away from the basket.
Well, listen, no show Siakam, as they call him in the bubble, because he didn't show up for the Tampa Raptors. I mean, if you want to say that he's adding some of that variety to his game, fine. But I don't think they really should be on the same
Question.
field anymore.
are we treating this is in all sports?
Yeah.
Are there any coaches that get a pass because of COVID? Because it doesn't seem like it.
Not if their Twitter accounts demand it.
Who said that?
Canes football.
Oh no. I'm just saying in general. Dude,
From getting fired?
Wait, here. Think of it this way, Manny. Can you say that the team has gotten better, or they just improved the quarterback?
They got better at beating the lesser competition. That we could say for certain.
But that's fine. That's fine. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat. That's improvement. That's improvement, Robbie.
I feel like they got better.
That's improvement.
I feel like they got better quarterback.
Right. That's my point. So where are you going to be when the quarterback's gone?
I don't know.
And when Rhett's gone.
You understand what I'm saying? So
hopefully they don't.
But is it a COVID thing, or we pretty much know what the coach is?
No, I don't think COVID doesn't excuse or change any of my opinion about Manning.
Okay.
Sure.
And
Because
COVID
I would say
coaches.
this, as rough as the Michigan season has been, damage has already been done as far as what people think about Jim Harbaugh. So I'm saying is, how much of that throughout the league will schools feel reluctant to fire a coach because of COVID?
It hasn't worked in college. I've been firing the coaches in college.
I know. I know.
I don't think it matters.
Okay. I was just curious. That, like, that's a kind of a raw deal, but to the guys who have
Gus Malzahn getting a $21 million buyout doesn't feel like a raw deal.
no, but unless you like the coach, you know what I mean?
They fired him after a win.
Texter writes in, I'm using Press Swish when he scores tonight. I'm in.
No, you're not. You're out. -1 preempted.
No. Texter writes in, free KZ.
Somebody said, "Don't be deceived by that. Don't be deceived by that cute little bow tie. Bruce Bowen is the devil incarnated."
He
played for the Heat.
He got after it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Somebody says looking forward to Max Struss tonight. Another texter writes in, wait, American Airlines Arena? Amber told me that he were playing at the American Airlines Avenger, United Winter Soldier Center. Another texter writes in, we will be dining with the Van Fleets tonight.
Miami Heat, they are in the Windy City tonight. They take on the Chicago Bulls. Tip-off from United Avenger set.
Man,
Wait,
unbelievable.
it's funny because my favorite part of that is not even the fact that she says that,
Just roll.
but Zaslow's reaction. That's not accurate.
That's not-
That's just not. That's not even close. He's just like.
Oh, man. All right, we'll take a quick break.
From Golden Grams Center.
Nope, that's not the name of it.
That's my favorite part. My favorite part is nope. That's not nope. Almost like he knew it was coming. Like he had the same script.
Oh, man. Can't wait till we get to our first road game of the year, Robbie, and I could finagle with the arenas.